AI technology is creeping into schools, and that is really alarming for parents. In the past few months, there have been incidents across the country of explicit deep fake pictures from celebrities to teenagers. So our parenting expert, Dr. Sheryl Ziegler, is joining us. We've been talking about AI. It's scary, scary, scary for everybody in every industry. But how big of a deal is this for our kids, and should parents be worried?
I think parents need to be informed. They really need to know how much this is going on. So I'd say since even just December till now, there are these big high-profile cases in which it's not just maybe one person that's targeted, but it's a whole group of them. And we're talking middle school. So some of them are high schools, but some of them are middle schools. We've seen stories with celebrities. And recently we saw the Taylor Swift issue go on. So it's sort of hitting everybody. And I think for parents, the first and foremost, they need to understand what is a deep fake, because I don't know if everybody knows that terminology, right?
No.
So that's altering an image or a voice to seem so real, it's almost undetectable. And then using that to spread rumors. And in particular, it really seems to be going at girls and having sort of naked photos of them. So it's devastating.
So I wonder how schools can get involved. This is kind of out of their orbit when you're talking about a social media presence. The schools may be a good venue for discussing this or preparing people, but they're not going to be able to manage this. Teachers and schools are not going to be able to help.
Yeah, I mean, I see the schools as under a tremendous amount of pressure because they have to deal with, first of all, it was first AI and ChatGPT, like how are we going to do papers? How are we going to grade papers? Right? It started off with academics.
Right.
And now it's flowing into this. I'd say that I've looked at all those cases. There was Beverly Hills, there was Illinois, there were a couple Miami, big ones. And it seems like the level of involvement between school and law enforcement varies. And whether the states have any kinds of bills or legislation like in the works or even laws passed around it. So it seems like, I tried to look it up, seems like Colorado, they've been talking about it on the floor. I don't know if we have anything passed yet. So it's a combo of law enforcement and then school policies changing and updating themselves very quickly.
Well, I think of the emotional trauma right away, what it would do if you thought somebody had pictures of you that aren't real. But what do? You contact police? Is that, I mean, ask your parents to get police involved right away? Or
yeah, I think without a doubt, this is, depending on the law and again, the state, the way it's written, it's really important. I think parents need to, of course, report and contact police, but parents also need to be educated on this. They need to talk to their kids about these kinds of things. If you see something, you have to report it right away. And I think the biggest takeaway really is we've got to keep up with this technology and the possible ways that it affects us and know what school policies and all those things are, just to be armed the best that we can as of today.
And you think about it, because everything happens here or it could happen anywhere around the world. So whereas it could be a student doing this to another student, if you will, it also might be someone in Bolivia, Romania doing this just for sport, if you will. And then, what are you going to do about that?
Yeah, well, right, and that's a whole nother layer that I'm sure people are dealing with. Probably celebrities right now are more so dealing with that. I think that actually what's even more hurtful, though, is when it is a peer. In all those cases that I talked about, middle and high schools, it's like, oh my gosh, that's a kid I sit next to in science, or that's somebody who I kind of know or maybe don't even know, but we are a part of a community. And so I think that's even more hurtful. But regardless, this is something that's targeting girls. It's really exploiting them. It doesn't seem like this is going to be stopping at any point. So even if we have to say, hey, educate all kids about this is not the use of AI. This is not what we want you using this for. Because we have to remember, we also want to prevent our kid from being the one who's doing the
sure.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, the one that's doing the bad deeds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so scary. But glad you talked about it. We got to keep talking about it. Thank you, Dr. Ziegler.
You're welcome.